See another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. See another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. See another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
I am a huge fan of creepypastas, and one of the creepiest and most interesting stories to read is the doppelganger story. The reason for that is because we all have an inherent fear of being replaced. We all also have a huge fear of having our identity stolen. This story template basically focuses on both of these, while also giving us a heavy dose of what the fuck is going on and why the hell is this creature here? Why does it look like this? Why does it look like me? And why does it have my face? These are all great horror indicators and markers that I absolutely adore, not only in the original stories that this trend emulates, but the trend itself is extremely well done. There are so many different creators out there that have put their own spin on this, and they're all so creepy, and it feels great to feel like it's Halloween in the middle of winter. But there is one creator in the Dragon Ball community that has taken this to the next level and has made a Dragon Ball version. Well, 4 Dragon Ball versions of this exact same trend, and I wanted to take a look at each and every one of them with you guys today. If you haven't seen it yet, this is amazing work by Kenzoku Mato on Twitter. I'm gonna leave a link to his Twitter profile in the description below. Make sure you go ahead and check it out and follow him. Make sure you turn on your nightlight, grab your blankie. This is Runaway and Hide Dragon Ball Edition.
You see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
First of all, what the hell is Broly watching? I can't even imagine him watching TV, seeing as how he lives on planet Vampa and they don't have really any technology there. But the reason that this trend works so well, and this is how you know this guy is a Dragon Ball fan, huge Dragon Ball fan, that is the doppelganger is Broly, but not Broly. It is the DBZ Broly, but it just looks so much creepier because it is the DBZ Broly. It is like, I know you. You look similar to me, but you're not me at all. And actually, DBZ and DBS Broly are the same person, but they look far more different. Let's jump in the next one.
You see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
Bro, what the fuck? Vegito took me out. So this is supposed to be Gogeta watching TV, which to me, I know I can understand if you really haven't seen the differences between the two characters. They might look very similar besides the fact that he's not wearing earrings. And again, he's not wearing his outfit, which I think that it would have worked better if he was wearing the actual outfit himself. It would be less confusing, but I do like, and I think it's really funny that it is actually Vegeta because they're the same person essentially. Vegito is there to haunt Gogeta's dreams forever. Look at this face. This is a face only Vegeta would love. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one.
You see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
Whew, okay, I think we can all relate to this. I don't know if you are someone that drives regularly, but the fear of having somebody in your backseat as you're driving is, I can't even put it into words. It just puts the hair on the back of your neck all the way up. It's something that is probably one of the creepiest things that could potentially be story material. This is actually a story that had happened a long time ago, not even a creepypasta. This was a urban legend with the hitchhiker that wanted to kill the person that was driving and was waiting for it, and at the same time, every time they tried to kill them while they were driving, a truck was behind the car and they were honking, putting on their high beams, scaring the shit out of the driver, but in reality they were trying to kind of fend off this murderer. So this is probably the creepiest one so far, because to me, I drive a lot and I think that it would be horrifying to have a doppelganger in the backseat of my car. I can only imagine looking through the rearview mirror and seeing myself sitting back there. Ooh, it gives me the chill. This one is last but not least. Let's go ahead and jump in.
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
Okay, that one was good. I think that this works so well with Dragon Ball. This trend works so expertly with Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball has so many different characters that are the same person, but different timelines, different movies, a revamped version, an updated version, reborn version. So it definitely works really well in that style. This one, I like that you added these tentacles coming out of his mouth. He's already horrifying. He's supposed to be a monster. He looks monstrous in this. The tentacles are just a nice touch, but it got me thinking, what would Cell think of when he saw Cell Max? I don't think that he would think that he's perfect, in my opinion, because Cell Max looks a lot like the second form Cell, so I think that Perfect Cell would understand this. And the fact that he's a monster also probably would rub Cell the wrong way.
What are you saying?
Anyway, as you can see, my mouth doesn't move as much as I speak. Am I not supposed to not being able to do that? You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
As you can see, the concept, there are doppelgangers among us, and Dragon Ball seems to have an abundance of them. But there is one that I did not realize until I actually saw this animation of how many doppelgangers this character has.
You see person identical to you. Run away. Hide.
There are 7 versions of doppelgangers that are identical to Goku. And this isn't even the official count, more than likely. We are even ignoring some of the other ones like Gogeta that look very similar to Goku. We are ignoring them. This animation shows us how many different versions of this character there are. They've been feeding us different Goku lookalikes for decades now, and they thought that we would not notice. But you know what? I noticed. This animation shows us the complete horror show of all the different Goku variants. The way they look is only rivaled in horror when you see how many different versions of Goku there are. It just reminded me how when I play any Dragon Ball fighting game back in the day, Goku had the most amount of character skins available to anyone. Hopefully they're done giving us more Goku clones and they give us, I don't know, some Vegeta clones. Did I just give him fuel for a new video? No. Last time on True Dragon Ball Horror, Goku gets a surprise visit from each and every one of his doppelgangers, and being the main character of his series, and as Budokai Tenkaichi 3 fans will tell you, he has the most amount of doppelgangers, and unfortunately for Goku, they are trying to make it so he does not make it out of that room. Today, we have more to this story, because not only do we have several more doppelganger videos, fan animations by the awesome Kinzoku Mato, who creates this Dragon Ball horror, but we finally know where this is going. There's a story here that's all connected, and it's just awesome to finally see this as of the making of this video. I actually had to go ahead and re-edit this. They dropped another animation, so we got a brand new one fresh off the presses. That's going to be at the very end. Let's jump in to the first video.
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
First and foremost, I love it that Broly is literally just hanging out with the DBZ counterpart. He's just chilling with DBZ Broly, which you can even see in the very beginning. He's kind of just staring at him like, oh, I guess you just wanted to watch TV with me, even though you scared the hell out of me in the last video. But right behind them, they have, oh boy, probably one of the best examples for this trend. That is Bio Broly. He is here, and oh, does he fit the criteria for Dragon Ball horror perfectly, guys. He fits it perfectly. He just looks amazing. The eyeballs falling out of the skull. He just fits so well. He's disgusting. He's oozing. He's gross. Definitely one of the most horrible double gangers that we've seen in this series yet.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Kind.
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
So Broly's gotta have like the chillest double gangers. Either that or none of them really want to attack each other or fight or do anything. They're all literally just chilling there. Even Bio Broly watching TV and hanging out. Then they hear Kale coming in, and I think that Kale's demonic design fits her perfectly. It is very, very succubus. It shows you that it doesn't have to be super grotesque and disgusting, that she actually looks extremely well done, extremely cute, and then when you least expect it, she turns into the fucking demon from hell. I love the design for it, but at the end, we get our first hint at an ongoing universe with this story. Goku survived the attack from all his double gangers. Of course Goku would. He's fucking Goku. He survived the attack just barely. As you can see, he's just bleeding all over the place. But it looks like Goku's gonna be coming back again for this story.
Beware the moon and stick to the road. Oops. Sir?
Let that child alone.
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
This one caught me off guard because I'm looking at Yamcha and I was only thinking in my head like, who looks like Yamcha? Like, then I thought, oh, this is the joke that Dragon Ball fans have within our community, and that is that Yamcha is Gohan's illegitimate father because of the way that he looks. I mean, young Yamcha versus young Gohan, same hair. When they come older, they look exactly the same as well. And then at the same time, even the future Gohan looks just identical to Yamcha. I think this is more that Akira Toriyama, or at least the creators of Dragon Ball, really kind of like that design, that Yamcha design, so they decided to just give it to Gohan. And that's kind of where that went, because obviously having, you know, him be the father doesn't make any sense. He's not a Saiyan. But in this iteration of Gohan, this spider Gohan that we have, this is probably the one that would freak me out the most. I absolutely hate spiders. I cannot stand spiders, and the fact that this is the first time that we get to see one of these things kill somebody on screen in the iconic way that Dr. Gero murked Yamcha, yeah, this is probably the scariest doppelganger for me, hands down.
It is a means to summon us. Who are you? Explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some, angels to others.
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and...
So for the longest time, I thought that Emperor Pilaf and Garlic Jr. were the same species. They look identical. A lot of people thought that Garlic Jr. was a Namekian. He may kind of resemble one, but he doesn't look anything like one. He looks like Pilaf. Exactly like Pilaf, nothing else. And he looks like a bigger, buffer version of Pilaf when he gets into like that Dead Zone era, which Dead Zone to me is one of the most underrated Dragon Ball movies of all time. Definitely a banger. I absolutely love it, but a lot of people haven't seen it, and I feel like if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you gotta watch it. But this one I think hits home because of the fact that Pilaf is a little kid in this. He's in his bed. You see this creature kind of lurching over the bed, which is probably like the worst dream that anybody, or the worst nightmare that anybody can have as at a young age, is something from underneath the bed going above your bed. And the time 333, that is the ghost hour, that is the witching hour, if you guys weren't aware of that. So I like it. Everything fits in this.
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
Bravo, fucking oh. This, I knew Vegeta was going to have a really awesome one. Not only is he shaving, giving us a reference to Dragon Ball GT and him having a mustache, I did not expect to see the ooze version of Vegeta, the goo one, from that filler episode in Dragon Ball Super. I did not expect that to be in here. I do love Baby Vegeta. I've always been a huge fan of Baby Vegeta. I love his look. I love the way he operated, the way he talked, the way he was just so overconfident on everything. I loved it. Now Vegeta attacks him in Ultra Ego and then completely vanishes, and we're gonna have a little bit more information on that here in a minute. But after that, we do see that Vegeta is attacked by Baby Vegeta. Then he's confronted with King Vegeta and what I can only assume is Tarbell, Vegeta's little brother. With that going on, Vegeta is basically completely outnumbered, his house is destroyed, but then we get a connection to an earlier video. That's what I'm saying. There's a cinematic universe with this. This is an ongoing story with Bulma. Bulma was in the car when Marin showed up from the backseat and attacked her. We see here that the car exploded, Bulma died, but this creature, Marin creature, survived. She's all burned up, her hair's gone, but she attacks Vegeta as Vegeta leaves the area to go see the car, sees that Bulma's dead, he's in tears, and then this creature attacks him. So we see that this whole story with all these doppelgangers is connected, and we actually got a little bit of lore as to what the doppelgangers are doing. Kinzoku Mato gives us some added lore as to what the doppelgangers are doing when they come and attack our heroes. So here we have confirmation that Vegeta ended up escaping. He didn't win, he just escaped all the doppelgangers, including the Marin one. But the doppelgangers' main power, as they want to replace, act as a sponge. The more time they spend with you, the more time they can use your power, the less you can use yours. It goes fast and explains why Vegeta reversed, meaning why he lost Ultra Ego. But why can we see Vegeta flying? Going far enough away from them helps you use your ki a little, not enough to be strong in anything though, and voila. It's mainly here for the plot. It helps the storytelling and gives me more flexibility, which I mean, I get it. If he flies around, I mean, that's probably takes a very minimal ki, but Ultra Ego probably takes a massive amount, which makes a lot of sense. Plus, I like that Vegeta was the first one to really jump into Ultra Ego, and he went into one of his super powered forms to attack baby Vegeta on sight.
You see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
So this one's more of a what if kind of one, because one character in here is not, and it's even explained that it's not a character that we've seen in Dragon Ball, and that is Cooler. Second form Cooler is the one right after second form Frieza. So we see King Cold, which I'm assuming now is just King Cold in second form because he looks identical to the other two. We see second form Frieza, obviously. Then we see second form Cooler, which we've never seen before, and it took me a little back. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This is more of a what if one. And then the last one is a third form Frost, which is one we did see in Dragon Ball Super. Overall, I don't mind the inclusion of Cooler in this. If we got more what if characters, that'd be kind of cool. I feel like there's so much more, there's so much breathing room with this concept, or different types of stories that can be told in this space. It's something that I'm looking forward to watching every single week. Whenever one comes up, I always stop everything that I'm doing just to jump on it. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this. Do you guys like these horror ones? Do you guys like Dragon Ball Super Horror? This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.